The Cabinet Secretary for Energy, Davis Chirchir, is now warning that the cost of petroleum per litre could hit 300 shillings. This as Cabinet Secretary for National Treasury and Economic Planning denied assertions made by the Controller of Budget, Margaret Nyakang'o, that his ministry has institutionalized corruption by over-budgeting public servants and state officers' salaries. Seth Olale followed the proceedings during submissions made before the National Dialogue Committee at the Bomas of Kenya.
The stakeholders' hearing sessions before the National Dialogue Committee, which seeks to find ways of lowering costs of living, entered the penultimate stage, with Energy CS Davis Chirchir predicting that things could be headed for the worse as the cost of petroleum per litre could rise up to 300 shillings due to the Israel-Palestine war.
And I read an article in the Financial Times the other day because of the Hamas and Israeli war that that the international prices could go up to $150, and that would literally mean our products going to a high of 300 shillings per litre at the pump.
But in a quick about turn, the Energy CS later stated that he was misreported by a section of the media.
So CS, I'll leave you to clarify whether you indeed say that in this meeting.
An article which I expect the Fourth Estate to have read, that if the Hamas-Israeli war continues, and that could go as high as $150 per barrel, not $150 per litre.
Per litre at the pump. So where are you saying was misreported? Because we don't want to be unfair to our media. They are partners.
Thank you for playing that because that's accurate. The $150, we don't buy products out in the international market on the litre. We buy on the barrel.
CS Chirchir's remarks coming barely a week after the Central Bank of Kenya announced that international oil prices had declined. In its weekly publication dated November 3rd, 2023, CBK posted that international oil prices declined during the week ending November 2nd due to the dissipating impact of the war between Israel and Palestine. Marban oil price declined to $87.24 per barrel on November 2nd from $90.23 per barrel on October 26th. The other thorny issue discussed during the hearing session was the alleged over-budgeting of public servants and state officers' salaries, a plunder that could be costing the country billions of shillings, as revealed before the committee by Controller of Budget, Margaret Nyakang'o. Treasury CS Ndungu denying his ministry's involvement.
We don't want to have that kind of connotation that we have institutionalized corruption. And this is not even corruption. We are calling it budgeted corruption, but this is actually theft of public resources, if at all it was taking place. But if, as a government officer, you come and state that, we want the facts so that we take control. And we also want to take the measures that are required.
The National Dialogue Committee, which will have its final stakeholder submission session on Thursday, also deliberated on other factors that could be pushing the cost of living high, including taxation, high cost of electricity, and debt repayment.
Could you think of interim tax review? Because you have yourself said you're working on it. And that will then encourage Kenyans.
With the issue on the high cost of living dominating proceedings at the National Dialogue Committee, Kenyans want this particular subject boldly highlighted when the National Dialogue Committee retreats to prepare its report before the November 22nd deadline extension. Seth Olale, Citizen TV at the Bomas of Kenya, Nairobi County.